The World Wide Web revolution began when Hypertext Transfer Protocol (HTTP) and Universal Resource Locator (URL) were formalized. As such, algorithmic innovations provide breakthrough solutions to enable new services and industrial sea change. DMeta Omnihash can be regarded as Universal Resource Hash Identifier, the next-level algorithmic breakthrough since URL and URI, Universal Resource Identifier, providing simplification as well as decentralization to the existing web ecosystems. It may be difficult for non-technically trained readers to visualize what a hash number is. Imagine a post package with a label bearing a string of unintelligible letters or numbers. That would be a close cousin of hash numbers. The fundamental difference of a hash number from a seemingly random number on a post label and the likes is that a hash number can be generated by user and still be a valid identifier for various transactions, instead of other identification schemes which are managed by centralized authorities such as the post office. There are many beneficial properties in hash numbers or simply hashes that have not been well studied, as software development in the past few decades has been focused on centralized paradigms. For various reasons. These include 1. Being a universal pseudonymous user identifier. 2. Being automorphic, capable of representing many types of data, including digital contracts. 3. Separation of disclosure and royalties. 4. Separation of front-end and back-end. 5. Compound effects of the above. One. Being a universal pseudonymous user identifier. DMeta Omnihash is hosted at godmeta.github.io/h. Pressing Omnihash button will generate a QR code derived from the hash code of the user's or your public key. A pair of public key and private key is generated using RSA or Rivest-Shamir-Alderman algorithm when DMeta Omnihash web page is first opened. You may share the QR code with others, which will lead them to the same web page, while making the new user as your downline in your own multi-level network. What makes DMeta Omnihash different from other multi-level network schemes are due to the following. 1. Separation of front-end and back-end. DMeta Omnihash, being a purely front-end operation, enables users to recruit downlines in their own multi-level networks without restrictions. The user may choose any number of DMeta back-end apps or services to use with his or her Omnihash. 2. The automorphic property of hash codes means that the multi-level networks owned by a user may generate a hash code, which can be paired with the user's Omnihash to make a hash contract. This can be traded to raise funds to develop other DMeta front-end or back-end modules. With DMeta Omnihash, we will be able to create a new type of free software license that separates disclosure and royalties, where we retain free software features of peer-reviewing source code, but claim royalties from selected users or companies for using the source code in commercial activities. 4. Without Omnihash, it is not possible for large number of programmers to collaborate by monetizing their source code, whether front-end or back-end. Front-end and back-end are already separated due to AJAX architecture, but no trading synergy can occur without Omnihash, as conventional development must rely on centralized management of team doing both front-end and back-end. Compound effect. All programmers and users can just do things as usual, share posts, comments, write code etc. But with Omnihash, they can monetize all these activities. Everyone who uses DMeta Omnihash becomes a shareholder in the virtual company DMeta. And early birds get more shares. As the number of users and programmers on DMeta reach a critical mass, we will be able to begin generating incomes for the users and programmers on DMeta platform. We shall be discussing different types of DMeta applications which can generate income for the short, medium and long term in the next video. They include 1. Trispecies international money lending, where trispecies means fiat or national currency, cryptocurrencies and gold and silver bullions. 2. Pseudonymous dating. 3. DMeta Fibonacci flipped classroom training. And many others.